The grind in Pax Dei is intense and multi-layered, and it is central to the game's design. It primarily revolves around its deep, player-driven sandbox systems. The base layer of the grind is resource gathering, because virtually every item in the game is player-crafted. This is the resource grind. Recipes require enormous amounts of raw materials. To craft a single mid-tier item, you often need resources that take hours to grind, and it takes forever to get to location to harvest that material. Without fast travel or mounts in the early game, the travel time to acquire distant resources is also part of this grind. The next layer is the skill grind, as Pax Dei uses a skill-based progression. You only get better at something by doing it repeatedly. Progressing any skill past the low tiers requires exponentially massive amounts of experience. To gain a single level in something like blacksmithing, you may have to craft thousands of low-level items. Again, you have to grind resources to do this, which takes time. The average gamer has to work in real life, so this is an issue for this game. The skills are highly specialized. Your two-handed sword skill is separate from your spear skill and so on. This forces you to focus deeply. Compounding this, attempts to craft complex or high-level recipes can sometimes fail, wasting all of the collected materials and demanding more time spent leveling the skill to reduce the chance of failure. Finally, there is the gear grind, which introduces the risk. When you die in the wildlands, the high-risk, high-reward areas, you drop all of your gear. This is full loot PvP. All of hours spent gathering and crafting that equipment can be lost in a single encounter. Because gear is constantly at risk of being lost, you must repeatedly engage in the crafting grind to replace your inventory. You can recraft everything in your house in a PvE zone, but again, it takes time. The developers have stated that this intense grind is intentional. It is designed to encourage interdependence and establish value for every item. The grind is a wall that forces solo players to find a clan or join a community and specialize, relying on others for the goods they can't make themselves. Because it takes so much time and effort to make a good sword, that sword has genuine value on the player market. The grind is the core of the game, and whether you enjoy it depends on your tolerance for slow, deliberate, and high-risk progression. You will encounter another issue that they failed to tell most gamers that play the game. You must pay to keep your house. Regardless of owning the game, this acts like Ultima Online with the housing system, forcing you to pay a monthly subscription to keep it active. You will lose everything if you do not pay it. If you don't mind paying a subscription to keep renewing your house, then it's not an issue. It also helps pay for further content on the game. The PC specs on this game is amazingly high due to using Unreal Engine. I find most Unreal Engine games harsh on any PC. It needs more optimized and a better chat system that is aggravating to use sometimes. Regardless of these issues, it's still in early access, and most of these issues will be fixed. If you don't own a good computer and have fast internet, you can use GeForce Now to play it and stream, of course for another subscription. The game is very detailed and looks great. It's a good game if you like to sit and grind. To be honest, I'm getting older and my butt hurts after a few hours of playing this game. Do you play Pax Dei? Let me know what you think about this in comments.